What up, guys? Another Adonis review. Today I thought I'd quickly go through the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot DLC. Make it real quick for you. So there are a total of 3 DLCs that you can get when it comes to Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. The first is a Trunks-based story, where basically you pretty good. You get like 6 sub-stories, I think. You get basically like a whole new kind of little, not like world, but it's basically like a world that you can only kind of really access in that story. So you don't obviously use the Trunks that you've had or grown or whatever. In the normal story, you use this different future Trunks, with different future Gohan and shit. And that's probably in my opinion, the most meaty DLC you get, with the most story you really get. It definitely had more than I thought you would get, because I thought it would just end with the battle for the androids, and it goes a little bit past that, which is pretty nice. There's also the Golden Frieza story, which is shorter, but still kind of gives you a little bit of something. Not really, though. It really just introduces what's called a horde mode, where you fight like fucking 300 people at once, and they're all like weak, or at least weak compared to like a normal person. But you also have like basically the Frieza story, the movie basically, where Frieza comes and you get to meet them, and then she destroys the planet, and you fucking kill her before and shit. And then you also get like the Lord Beerus movie, but it's not really the movie. It really is just a training level to do the fucking Frieza battle, where you just get fucking like a way to level yourself up, I guess, to fight it. So to kind of base my overall feelings for it, I think the DLCs were fine overall. I do wish that all 3 DLCs had the same amount of story and activity as they did with the future Trunks story. That's probably the biggest bummer. No, so I take that back. The biggest bummer by far is the fucking Bear story. So that it is depressing that they missed the ball and then they didn't give you 3 stories. I mean, they have so much to pull from. They could have done Brawly as a fucking DLC. They could have done Bardock. They could have done fucking. I think I heard that they're gonna make fucking the Bardock, like Goku's father, story. So if they do that, I guess it's nice if they're adding more to it, which is typical nowadays, so it'd be nice. It's kind of fucked up that they don't add in the DLC that you buy now. What they do to that is great, and obviously maybe my complaints will be less. But my complaints are rather higher, with especially the Beerus story, with the fact that basically just fucking being a training fucking montage where you just level up and fight, But my biggest gripe, beyond the fact that whole fucking DLC is just a fucking train yourself to get higher, is the fact that you have to train yourself to get higher. I fucking probably beat that game. I'd say I put like 90 hours into this fucking game. By the time I beat the main story mode, I'd say I was probably around level 50, 60, I don't know, maybe level 70. We'll say level 70 at most by the time I finish it. Like, that's probably the level you need to be at, strong enough to be able to finish the game and whatnot. But fucking once you move into the fucking DLC story, they expect you at bare minimum, you're gonna have to be level 150 to have a fighting chance. I actually was able to pull it off. I lied. So I was actually able to pull it off without my Goku at level like 135 and be able to finish it all. But realistically, like I think the final fight, like the highest the villain will be at through all the DLCs is level 180. So fucking, if you want to fight them, 130 or 140, 150, level 150 or whatnot, you're gonna need health packs and fucking super heal aids and shit, which is expensive. And, by the time they add all that shit, you power yourself up. So I guess, and you can leave a comment down below if you know a better way to do it. But I couldn't find any way to successfully get myself to that level unless I had to just fucking grind for hours and hours and hours. And it's hard to grind it for hours and hours, especially when you fight hordes of people, and that doesn't even get you a level. You need to do, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 minutes of fights, perhaps. I'll say 10 minutes. Let's just say 10 minutes to get up one level normally. So fucking, like, that's annoying, man. And you know, if you start at level 70 and you need to get to level 150, that's 70 more levels. That's 10 minutes, 70 times. Like, that's fucking hella hard. Now, luckily, you do get something called Sacred Water in this fucking beerus world when you fight people. And it's basically like a rare candy if you follow Pokemon. You're able to fucking, you know, fucking give yourself fucking level up, you know, by having it. But, you know, only that will get you so far sometimes. And it got me, you know, basically to where I needed to be, but I don't like that. I wish that just they had enough natural progression that I would have been at that level if I just did all the DLC and side missions and all that shit. And I didn't have to fucking rely on rare candies, let's call it, Sacred Waters, to get to that point. So that's my biggest gripe. I think they just should have, especially, and the most annoying thing is that you can't fucking play the Frieza level until you fucking get to like level 100 or 150, or until you beat fucking like the level 150 challenge in the beerus world. That was the most annoying. I couldn't even like see that I was too weak for it because they wouldn't let me do it until I beat the fucking training, which I didn't want to beat. I just wanted to play the story. So that was annoying. End all be all though, I got the DLC of the deluxe edition of Kakarot, you know, which I think I paid like $20 for. So all together for the fucking game and the fucking DLC, all being like, you know, for $20 I think I got it for. Maybe it was 30, I don't remember. You know, it was a great price, and like I said, I probably got like 90 hours of gameplay in it. You know, the side missions. And you do get some side missions, a few side missions in the fucking DLC. Nothing special. And it's not like their side missions are already good. They're kind of trash regardless. But it's time. It is fun. Like, there's a lot of nostalgia in it for you. So, and the more you play it, the more it kind of grows on you. And the way that you know, when you finally get Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Super God or whatever, and you get to see that and how they kind of, you know, specialized attacks, as you can see on screen right now. That's like kind of like a specialized Super Saiyan God Super movement on it. And it's cool to see that, and you know, it gives you appreciation. But it does seem like they forced grinding just for the sake of grinding when they didn't have to, and that's fine if you want to have that. But it's not cool if the DLC relies on that. I don't like how you're forced to grind, you know, for fucking supposedly hours just to be able to start the fucking DLC for the Gold Frieza saga, or whatever. So that's my gripe. But end all be all. You know, if you can get it a part of the deluxe edition for like, you know, for the game and the DLC for 30, maybe even $40, I'd say it's worth it. If not, if you fucking get it naturally, and you know you have to pay $20 for it or something, you know, for just a deal, or even $30, I'd say it's not really worth it. So if you're gonna get it, maybe get it with the as a deluxe edition, you know, when you get the game. If you already got the game and you have to buy it separately, you know, maybe wait for it to be like $15 or something. Maybe, I don't know, maybe $20 for it. I don't know. It's a nice addition, like I said. It's just they really dropped the ball on it. But if they end up adding more, like the Bardock story or something else, it might be worth it again. So beyond that, that's kind of my review on the DLC for Kakarot. It is a nice addition to the game, but basically one story is like really gives you something, and the other two make you grind ridiculously for fucking less of a story. That's the best way I can put it. I hope this helps you figure out if this is a good decision for you. That has been another Adonis review. Later, motherfuckers.